Hi guys, I hope you're doing well today. I just finished teaching one of my classes, so that's why I'm shiny and sweaty. But it was such a good class, so much fun. First of all, I hope everyone had a safe and happy and fun Halloween. It's one of my favorite holidays. I love Halloween, it's so much fun. It's always been one of my favorites. I think because you kind of get to be someone else, and going back to you guys already know, if you've been watching for a while, you already know a little bit of my past, my history of, how I grew up, really self-conscious, low self-esteem, kind of not knowing who I was. So I think that's why I also enjoyed Halloween a lot, because it gave me the confidence to be someone totally different and not the person that I was, that I just wasn't comfortable being. So it was so nice for me to at least have that one day to just completely be someone totally different and not feel, I guess, self-conscious, because I wasn't that person for that one night. But anyway, it was awesome. I did Flintstones this year, my babies. I have boy-girl twins, if you haven't followed or if this is the first time you're watching me. And we did Pebbles and Bam Bam. So fun, so cute. I was teaching my son how to say Bam Bam the whole week prior to Halloween, and he did awesome. So it was great. So my last video, 2 weeks ago? I don't know. I've been having some technological issues, guys. I am so bad with uploading and technology and all that stuff. I have to admit, I'm not very good at it. So I've been having some technical issues getting my videos uploaded. So I apologize. I will get better. I promise. I'm looking into it. I'm learning. So anyway, I was talking a little bit about my journey of my weight loss and just kind of my journey on being healthy, and how that all came about and how it all started. So just to give a quick summary of that, I've always been overweight my entire life. I found dance in 2004. It helped me slim down a little bit, and it helped me gain some confidence, and it's been an uphill journey. I don't want to say battle. Sometimes it feels like a battle, but it's kind of just been like this journey of trying to be comfortable in my own skin, be healthy, and not fall into old habits. It's really hard. I am only human, and I am very honest with everyone, and I have fallen back many times. I think as humans that just tends to happen. You build habits, and it's very hard to break those habits. So I had to really change my relationship with food, and I never exercised a day in my life. So in 2010, I decided to just turn everything around. Ooh, sorry, knocked everything over. So in 2010, I started eating way better. I cut out a lot of things from my diet. I started exercising, and I was able to lose about 100 pounds in a year, all naturally, just health and working out and nutrition and all that stuff. And I was able to keep it off for a while, and then in 2015 I got pregnant with twins, so I gained 80 back, for good reason, right? At least I had a reason. But then getting it off after that has been a nightmare. It's been so difficult, and I heard pregnancy weight is a lot harder to lose. So afterwards I just went back to doing what worked for me prior to the pregnancy, which I thought would be easy because I did it before. Why not, do it again? And it just wasn't working the same way. So I have been trying so many different things, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So I've tried everything. I've tried from Atkins to low carb to keto to if it fits your macros and all this stuff. I've tried everything. And what I did in 2010 when I lost all that weight was a combination of fasting. So I do intermittent fasting. For those of you that don't know what that is, you basically have an eating window. So the window that I choose 16-8. I'm not a doctor, so this is all stuff that I've just researched and found online. So I'm not giving advice, I'm just telling you what worked for me, what I did, and what I'm trying to do now. So I did 16-8, which means that I would fast every day for 16 hours, and I would have an eating window of 8 hours. So that eating window for me, the time that works best for me, is about 1 to 9. I shifted it a little bit, I'll get into that. But I was doing 1 to 9 is when I would eat all of my nutrients, all of my food, my macros, because I was still doing IIFYM, if it fits your macros. So I was doing a combination of both. This was pre-pregnancy, and it worked wonders. I lost so much weight, I was healthy, I was energetic, it was fabulous. And then I noticed that it was a little harder after the pregnancy. I think it's just taking a little longer, but I'm starting to see results now. little by little. So I'm just trying, you know, you have to trust the process. I'm trying not to rush it. But what I'm doing now is kind of incorporating a little bit of everything that makes me feel good. So everybody's different. Hi, don't you hate when you're recording and someone calls and interrupts and it stops the recording? I'm sure there's a way to fix that. I don't know how to do it. Very annoying. So I am trying to pick up where I left off. I also have a selfie case. Is it too bright, guys? Hold on. Is this better? No? I like the light. Okay, hi! So, I'm very energetic. Guys, after I teach a dance class, my energy is like out of this world and the endorphins kick in and I get so happy and excited, which is why I always tell everyone, find your passion and your life just changes, and I just feel so wonderful when I dance. It's just my saving grace. So I was talking a little bit about my weight loss journey, what worked for me pre-pregnancy and what I'm doing now, and it's been so much harder after the babies. But it's working nonetheless, little by little. You have to trust the process, I feel, and not rush it and do it the right way. So the right way is different for everyone. So I'm not here to tell you one thing that's going to work, no magic pill, no magic formula. This is what's worked for me or what's working for me right now. And it might not work for you, and there might be other things that might work for you. So for me, what I feel works is combining different things. What I'm doing right now is a combination. I'm still doing intermittent fasting, so I'm doing 16-8. I change my eating window from about 12 to 8. So I eat 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's when I try to fit in all my macros, so my protein, my carbs, my fat, but I am trying to do a little low carb, just because I feel like my body doesn't like handle carbs really well. I always joke and tell people I can stare at cake and gain 10 pounds. I don't even have to eat it. I just gain by looking at it. It's so messed up. But those are the cards I've been dealt. That's how it's always been for me. So I have to be really, really careful about what I put in my body. And throughout the years, I've learned what my body reacts well to and what it doesn't. A little bit of what helped me figure that out also, in July of this year, I, for the first time, tried the Whole30 program. I had never heard about it before. Basically, you cut out sugar, dairy, grains, alcohol. Natural sugar is fine, but you limit that. But you basically cut all that out for 30 days. And when you start to reintroduce those things back into your body, you begin to take notice about how you feel. And I noticed that dairy really wasn't that great. I mean, I love cheese, guys. I love it. I love dairy. But I did notice that I don't feel as great when I have it, so I limit that. So by doing that for a month, I got to see what things just weren't really complimentary for me, that didn't make me feel too hot. So I try to limit those now. So I'm doing my intermittent fasting. I eat between 12 and 8. I fast from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. the next day. I'm fasting. I just drink a lot of water. I drink a gallon of water a day, or I try to. I'm not perfect. I always try to, but I hit at least 100 ounces a day. I'm working on getting to the gallon a day, but I do try to have at least 100 ounces. And I'm doing, if it fits your macros. So if you go on iifym.com, there's a calculator that will tell you basically how many calories, carbs, protein, and fat you should have. And that's kind of just like a guide for me. I just try to reach those numbers and not go beyond it. And then I just plug everything into fitbit.com. So that's what I've been doing now. I'm gonna keep updating you guys. So just to give you kind of an idea, number-wise. So growing up, I was always 250 pounds or more. Horrible, horrible weight. I was lethargic. I just felt awful. I was not happy at all. 2010, I dropped about 100 pounds. So I got up to 147 was the least. That was the weight that I got to. What I'm aiming for now, well, backtrack. When I got pregnant, I was 160, and then I shot up to about 240, 230. So almost 100 pounds I gained during the pregnancy. And then after giving birth, I dropped 40 like this. So I was down to 200. And I've been struggling now. I'm kind of between 180, 190, and I've been stuck there. The funny thing is with what I'm doing, I'm not really seeing a change in the scale. The scale is not my friend. It does not like me. So I try not to weigh myself so much. I'm going by how I feel, my energy level, the fitting of my clothes. So I know that I'm slimming out. I do feel like my clothes are fitting better, and I just feel better. So what I'm doing nutrition-wise is just basically eating whole foods. I try to eat as much vegetables and fruit as I can. I do limit the fruit a little bit. And I have lean meats, and that's pretty much it. That's the bulk of my diet. I do have nuts, a little bit, you know, for snacking, but I measure everything, I weigh everything so that I make sure I don't go over. And that's been working. It doesn't bother me because I've been used to kind of counting everything. When I lost the 100 pounds in 2010, I was like adamantly counting everything. In the beginning I had to, but now I can kind of eyeball things. I know how much something is just because of years of doing it, so it doesn't feel too much. Sorry, my legs are falling asleep. So it's not too much work for me to do the counting. I don't mind it. But anyway, it's a journey. It's a big, long journey, and it's a lifestyle. This is not something that I feel like once I get to my goal weight, I'm going to just go back to eating whatever I want. I don't think I'll ever go back to that because I gain weight very easily, and just because I'm not happy eating those things anymore sometimes. So I try not to restrict myself too much. You know, I don't work well if I'm too restrictive. So if I know that I can't have something, it kind of makes me want it more. Kind of like the forbidden fruit. I'm gonna sit down because I feel my legs. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, I am going to keep updating you guys on that. To the dance life, everything is going amazing with my dance. I am teaching still on the weekends. I've been doing a lot of shows to help raise money for Puerto Rico. Those were amazing and so much fun. And I thank everyone who invited me to dance at their events and help raise money for such a wonderful cause. I am going to be teaching some workshops soon, so I can mention those dates when I put everything together. But honestly, guys, I've been noticing that if I'm not 100% mentally in with how I feel about myself, it does affect everything else in my life. So I think that for the next month or two, I really want to focus on me, my health, and getting back to just mentally sane, you know? Like I'm the kind of person, if I'm not feeling good in my own skin, then I kind of lose motivation. So that's something that I've been working on a lot recently. I read something the other day that made a lot of sense, and it said, I shared it on my Instagram about 2 weeks ago, but basically it's saying that you're not always going to have motivation. What you need is discipline. And it's so true. You're not going to always wake up and be like, yeah, I got this, I'm gonna work out today, I'm gonna eat great. And for those of you that feel that every day, amazing, wonderful. But for me and a lot of other people, there are days where they wake up and they just don't really want to do that. But those are the days that you get up and you go and you do it. Don't go by what you feel in that moment. I mean, if you're feeling sick, listen to your body, of course. But don't wait to have that motivation, because when it leaves, for whatever reason, that's when you really should get up and push and be disciplined and stick to your routine. And I always tell everyone, growth happens when you're most uncomfortable. So just push yourself, keep pushing, and you know, try to stick to the plan that you have set for yourself. And that's been working. That's been working for me. So I have a long way to go. I feel like I'll never stop learning, and I love that. That's one of my favorite things about life, is that you just keep growing, you keep improving, and you just keep being amazing. So anyway, I hope you guys get something from this video. I hope that you have seen the other ones and I've been able to kind of enlighten you or help you in some way or give some advice. That's the main point of these videos, is to kind of just help someone in some way, you know, and say something that you can totally relate to. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday and your week. I hope you have an amazing week. Stay positive, do your affirmations in the morning, wake up every morning grateful, and just say thank you for another day and make the best day that you can out of each and every day. I wish you guys many, many blessings, lots of love and light, and I will see you next time.